everyone, Liz here. Welcome back for July. So this is level 2 class and the first week of the month of July. How's everybody doing? Good? Good. Awesome. Jen, I see you coming in. I hope you're doing good. Been traveling. Yes. Oh, there's Sharice. Awesome. Hey, you guys. Okay, grab your finger symbols because we're going to start off with a drill, of course. So our theme for this month is make it big. You know, what does that mean? FCBD, big, right? Does it mean, it could mean be bold, be fearless, find bigger hip movements, expand to a leading role, maybe try to be the best leader. Maybe it's your attitude. Maybe if you have a big attitude on stage, maybe sometimes people need to get into like a mindset when they're performing, right? Like you're somebody else, you're not yourself, you're playing maybe a character or a role. So maybe it's that kind of big. Maybe we're just talking about bigger shimmies. Maybe we need to outstretch and extend our posture and our arms, right? Go big or go home. Okay, so tonight we're focused on up, 2, down, 3 and challenging you guys to find that articulate movement in the hips, making it really big and bold and powerful. So this is a really fun combo with bouncy hip drops and a strong arm framework. And guess what? Layering it with the military Zill pattern. So keep your Zills close by if you don't have them on your hands during class. And let's get started with a drill. So we're going to start off with a single bump, Egyptian or swivel step half turn, Arabic or rhythmic undulation, and pivoting maybe that to a different direction than the other steps that we pivot, because it could go to either side. And then we're going to throw in the up, 2, down, 3 and see how everybody's doing with that. Pivot the up, 2, down, 3, and we'll break all that down in class tonight. And then we're going to put in the arc arm from last month and reach and sit. So it's a big combo with lots of steps. So let's get started. Yeah.
Sigues como una nube, yo donde estoy donde anduve, hey, muévete, 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 que el sol va para allá, así que ándale, muévete, 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 que el sol va para allá, así que ándale, es mi flow que te tiene viciado, flow, 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 tanto flow te tiene vislumbrado, flow, 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 es mi flow que te tiene viciado, flow, 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 tanto flow te tiene vislumbrado, flow, 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 flow. Sí que ha llegado el verano, no, esto no acaba temprano, sí, yo te agarro la mano, bailamos, sudamos y manos pegamos, hey, muévete, 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 que el sol va para allá, así que ándale, muévete, 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 que el sol va para allá, así que ándale, es mi flow que te tiene viciado, flow, 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 tanto flow te tiene vislumbrado, flow, 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 es mi flow que te tiene viciado, flow, 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 tanto flow te tiene vislumbrado, flow, 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 tanto glow te tiene vislumbrado, glow, 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 es mi flow que te tiene viciado, glow, 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 tanto flow te tiene disumbrado. Tú quieres probar de mi brillo, yo te digo eso no es sencillo. Tú me sigues como una nube, yo donde estoy, donde anduve. Hey, muévete, 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 que el sol va para allá, así que ándale. Muévete, 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 que el sol va para allá, así que ándale.
Yeah, really good. Yay! Very sassy. That's a big sassy song too. Okay, squeeze the shoulders up and release them down. Does my audio sound good? Music sounds good? Give me a thumbs up. Yes, okay. Roll the shoulders up, back and down. My shoulders feel a little tight, like I haven't done this in a week. I know. I missed you guys last week. It was weird.
It was weird.
It's weird not to dance for a week. Good. And change direction. But everybody hopefully needed a break and enjoyed their vacation. If you had one, hopefully you all had a holiday vacation on the 4th, right?
Staycation.
Good, and stay, arms wide, lift the chest, contract the middle back, let the head fall back. Good, and now slowly come back up on an inhale and contract the abs, and let's hinge at the hips, and don't look at the cat vomit on the floor.
What?
Yeah, don't look at it.
Oh.
Don't look at it. It blends into the carpet color really nicely. Maybe that's why I got this cat food color carpet. Ben, it's very dry. We tried to get that up. Good, and let the upper body hang. Grab your elbows and just add the arm weight to the head weight that's stretching out your vertebra. Let's remind you now to contract that low belly, because that protects your low back. All right, and relax the arms, soften the knees, and slowly roll up, one vertebra at a time. Squeeze the shoulders up. And exhale, let them down. Okay, inhale, arms up. Little wiggle in the hips. Exhale, hands down through the center. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms down through the center. Good, and twist and open to the right, keeping the hips facing forward. Inhale, arms up, come back to center. Hands down through the center and twist and open to the left, hips shine to the front. Inhale, arms up, down through the center, one more time to the right. Inhale, squeeze that middle back and the shoulder blade and come back to center. Exhale, inhale, and exhale, good. Okay, bring the right leg up, pressing the toes of the left foot into the floor, really grounding yourself into the left foot, toes, ball, and heel. Visualize a firm foundation. All right, good, and step the right foot back. And twist out the hips. I know, boom, boom, boom. All right, contract the glutes, and let's just bring the hips under just a little bit. So tailbone elongated, pointing downward, pubic bone coming forward, contract low belly. And let's push into the right foot to push that right hip forward just a little bit, but don't try to keep your shoulders behind your hips. You can bring your shoulders in front of your hips. We're not trying to arch the back. We're trying to release the low back and stretch the hip flexor in the front of the hip. So pressing that foot, the back foot down, pushing this hip forward, contracting the glutes, contracting low belly. Very good. Come up on the ball of the back foot. Really extending the arch and the toes. Good, and softening those knees. Get back into low body posture, contract low belly, elongate low back. Good, and come back up and press off the right foot beside the left. Wiggle and shake it out. Right, balance on the right foot, the left knee up. So try to think about your left knee as being parallel to, or upper part of your leg parallel to the floor. Good, contract low belly. Slowly we step back. Okay, good. All right, wiggle it out, get your footing. So both toes pointing the same direction if you can. If you need to take the back foot at a 45, that is fine. All right, contract both glutes, contract low belly. So elongating that low back, pressing the heel of the back foot into the floor to push that left hip forward. All right, come up on the ball of the back foot and soften the knees as much as you are comfortable, as your body says it's okay to go down today. Good, and slowly come back up, press off with the right foot, bring it beside the left. So let's come up on the ball of the right foot and the ball of the left foot, ball of the right foot, ball of the left foot. You feel that in your calves? Hello, wake up calves. We're ready to do something big tonight. Okay, good. Shake it out. Point and flex and circle, point and flex and circle, point, flex, circle. Shake it out. Point, flex, circle, point, flex, circle, point, flex, circle. Good. Inhale, arms up. Hands to heart center. Get ready for gratitude. Gesturing out for the space that we're in. Inhale, arms up, lotus blossom, symbol of enlightenment. Gesture to the floor or go ahead and squat down. Your knees talking to you. A little hippity crackety pop. Touch your ears for the music that we dance to. The floor again. Bring your hands in front of your forehead for your teachers and in front of your heart for your ancestors. Gesture out for everyone we dance with and everyone we will dance for. Good. Slowly gather all those elements that make it possible for you to dance today. And look out at your dance sisters around you all over the world and in the same room and give a big smile. Yay. Okay, awesome. All right, so up 2, down 3 is what we're working on tonight. So this is a level 2 plus move. It does require some articulation in your hip work, specifically the right hip. So as we're sitting here, I want you to put your weight into the flat left foot and the right ball, and keeping your right ball in contact with the floor, press and twist your right hip forward and up. So we're trying to go to the front. Think about you're trying to twist and almost point your hip in the direction of the front left corner of your box, and then come back to center. And now let's try it with the left side. So right foot on the flat, left foot on the ball, press and twist. So often we just do it with the right side. So just in the little stretch here, I just thought I would do both sides. And then come back to center, weight in the left foot, press and twist the hip. So lifting the hip and twisting it, feeling all these muscles in the side obliques that you're using and the legs, and release it. And now the left side. So notice that my feet don't really change. They're still the same width throughout, and twist the left hip forward. So we're not actually going to twist the left hip forward in the step, but you can always stretch and practice that on your own just to feel an even balance. Or it's always so interesting to feel, okay, this is the side I normally do it with. How does it feel on that side? And then how does it feel on the side that I never do this with, right? If I started out from the beginning and feel like how much more agile or adept your right hip is as compared to your left hip. Okay, so feet, this is a 4-count step. So our feet really aren't going to be stepping per se. They're going to be in a split foot position. So left foot flat, right foot on the ball. And let's remind ourselves about our low body posture, because even though our weight is on mostly on the left foot, I still want to contract low belly, release low back, and hold that. And I still want to roll my shoulders back and down and contract the middle back, because it's going to be really important for you to hold this upper body posture still while we're moving the hips. Because this hip isolation, if everything's going to move, you just don't see the hip movement, right? So we've got to work really hard to contract and stabilize our upper body. So we'll come back more to that. So we're going to toss our weight from our left foot at the end, into our left foot at the end. So we're going to put some weight into the right foot to twist the right hip forward, and then toss the weight back into the left foot at the end, okay? So this feels like reach and sit, and it's the basic core of reach and sit. Twisting up and then releasing back down and sitting your weight into the left hip. But we've got more our hip articulation, of course, that's going to happen in between those two things of twisting and sitting. All right, so we want to avoid really releasing the right foot and letting it pick up, okay? And I'll tell you why for a couple of reasons. So what the step looks like, okay, is, and you can hear my butt's kind of flapping, my butt cheeks kind of flapping and hitting each other if you're in the same room with me. But that's what we want, because you want that relaxation of the booty relaxation. Okay, so so what I mean by the kick is same thing with reach and sit. If you kick and let this foot come off the floor for an extended period of time, it can affect the left side of your body's recovery, because I want to have my right ball pressing into the floor while my hip is moving. And then when it comes back to the center, I want to be able to stop this movement as if it hit a wall in the center of my body, right? So I'm not going to go like that. And what would happen is if you pass your midline point here, if you kicked that foot up, that hip could shift out to the side, which is not really part of the step. We want to focus on the right hip work, not the left hip coming off of its midline point or past. So if this is your center midline point, we want the hips to come back to that point and stop, not go past that point and off to the left side. Does that make sense? So controlling pressing into the floor with the ball of the right foot during the step and releasing your weight back into the left side without kicking that right foot up. Yeah, makes sense? Okay, so that's lower body. Think about it as we'd have two counts of up and then 2 counts of articulation down, okay? But it's really going to be on the and. So I'm coming back to the hips, don't worry. We're going to the hips now. So hips, think about it as 1 and 2, 3 and 4. So it's used to be called up, up, down, down, down. So that's exactly what the hips are doing. So if you put your hands on your hips, and let's get into our split foot position, and we're going to press the right hip up, and then release it back even with the left hip. And then we're going to press the right hip up again. We're going to stay here on the and drop 3 and 4 as the hips slowly unwind back to where they started. Yeah, so put your hands on your hips. So 1 and 2 and stay up, 3 and 4. So they're tiny little steps, as if you're going down a spiral staircase with the right hip. Like that right hip is a little bouncy ball going boom, boom, boom down the stairs. Yeah. So we've gone up the stairs and now we go back down the stairs. Okay, so hold your hips again, and up, up, down, down, down. Up, release, up, down, down, down. Up, release, up, down, down, down. Up, release, up, down, down, down. So when they get down, make sure you're still pressing into the ball of that right foot, because if you tend to let all your weight go to the left, it's harder to manage the hip and your balance, the movement of the hip and your balance. Okay. All right. So up, release, up, down, down, down. So we want those 3 drops to be very fluid, but yet we can see them articulating boom, boom, boom. It almost feels like that kind of organicness of a rock skipping on the water, you know, how they're kind of softly bouncing on top of the water. So it's got a fluidity to it. Okay, so yeah, so, and we want to, you tend to want to up, drop, but then you don't have anywhere to go if you drop your hip the second time. So that's why I'm telling you to hold it up before the 3 and 4.
You're holding it on an and.
You're holding it up on an and. You are so right, because there's 4 counts here. So we have to use the ands. And when we're using ands, it's really important for you to choose the proper music for you to allow you to have the space. So same thing for a water pot when we're using the and. If you choose like a super fast piece of music, it's going to make it really challenging because you're having to work double time. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll come back to music again too. So the first time, we can do this as many times as we want to. Think about that spiral that's happening as you drop. We want to avoid pushing out with the left hip, and you'll feel that frustration when you come up, down, and then you're like nowhere to go for the 3 downs. They just kind of got squashed into this little 1-inch space or something. So you'll feel that frustration, and it'll remind you if you forgot about holding your hip up on the and after the 2. Okay, so first time the hip comes up, then we release it. Second time the hip comes up, we hold it, and then we go down, down, down. And at that point, I want you to think, okay, my hips are even here. Yeah, and keeping the knees soft helps you to really use the legs to help you balance, but keeping the chest lifted by the contraction in the middle back and the kind of squeezing the shoulder blades helps you to stabilize your upper body. All right, so arms, they frame the action. Yeah, so this is big and this is not big, upper body. So big contraction to make it still, and big bounce down here, but not up here. Okay, so shoulders and arms frame the right hip, up, and down, down, down. Up, release, up, down, down, down. So as you're doing this, I want you to be aware of any bouncing that's happening in your shoulders and your head. Maybe team up, because I know you guys have 2 people in the room with you. You guys team up. So Erin, hold Sherry's shoulders and bring her awareness to it, any movement as she's trying it. Okay? All right, try it with me. 5, 6, 7, 8. Up, release, up, down, down, down. Up, release, up, down, down, down. Up, release, up, down, down, down. Okay? Did you find any bouncing there? Okay, switch out and switch to the other person. And let's see who's bouncing. Okay, 5, 6, 7, 8. Up, release, up, down, down, down. Up, release, up, up, down, 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 up, release, up, up, down, down, down. Okay? Nice and solid? Awesome. So when you get up to a faster speed, it's definitely worth teaming up with your partner just to see how much bounce do I have. You know, just put your hands on your partner's shoulders and that'll bring their awareness to it, or the top of their head, right? And if you see any bounce, go ahead and tell them about it. Maybe they don't know. Okay, so now for the biggest challenge of all for this step is the finger cymbals. How's everybody doing with military?
Love it.
You love it? You love it? Okay. So military is basically 2 right, left, rights. So we go and a 1 and a 2, and then we stop there with the right, left, rights, and we do 7 singles. Right, left, right, left, right, left, right. So right, left, right, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. And remember, when we're playing finger cymbals, we want to strike the finger cymbal and then open our fingers up so we can have that nice ring, okay? So, and we're playing off center. We're not trying to line the finger cymbals up because that stops the sound. All right, try it one more time. 5, 6, 7, 8. Right, left, right. Right, left, right. Right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Right, left, right. Right, left, right. Right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Right, left, right. Right, left, right. Right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Nice. I hear some nice echoey sounds from your finger cymbals, you guys.
If you're into numbers, it's 337.
If you're into numbers, there's so many different little trickeroos we could do. It's 337, exactly. If you're into numbers, which I think Sherry's into numbers because she's a musician. Yeah. You can also say, I can zill, I can zill, I can really, really zill. Or cup of tea, I don't know. Cuppa.
1, 2,
Yeah.
3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
And a 1 and a 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Or how do you say it?
And 1 and a 2 and a 3. A 1
and a 2 and a 3 and a 4E. And a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4E.
And a 1 and a
2 and a 3E and a 4E and a 1 and a 2 and a 3. So many different ways to help you there, right? So let's try it. Let me put on some music and let's just drill that just a little bit. So we want to keep the chest lifted. Our arms are going to be horizontal. They're going to be kind of a nice rounded, like you're holding a big sequoia tree. Hold on, let's see what this sounds. I think this one's a little slower. So I'm just doing right, left, right. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4. 2, give it. 1, 2, 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2, 3 and a 4 and a 1, 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4. 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 2, 3 and 4. Goes well together. Feels pretty good. That's a lot. So let's just try finger cymbals. So I'll stand over here. Right, left, right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. How's that feel? Pretty good?
Yeah.
Any questions? Okay, so now what I'd love to do is have everybody lead 3 steps. Okay, so you have options. So either Egyptian or Arabic in the front, and then up 2, down 3, as many times as you want to do it, as many times as you want to do any of the steps, and then Chico or double bump after. So try it and tell me how it feels. So everybody, I want everybody to lead. Okay, so choose, what is your step? Is it going to be Egyptian, up 2, down 3, double bump? Or is it going to be Arabic, up 2, down 3, Chico? All right, and so we can totally stop and let the next person get set up afterwards, or I could just go from person to person and spotlight you, or since we have 2 there and 2 here, we could just have the leader face away and then turn to their partner, circle up with the shimmy, and then the next person lead. So I know some of you haven't led that much, but let's make it big and let's try something new, okay? All right, you guys ready? Was that song an okay speed?
I think the challenge is, for me, combining the different Zill pattern with the move right now. And I don't know what the priority should be in the moment when I'm practicing right now. The move or the Zill?
Right now, I'd say the move.
Okay.
Yeah, and then if you just want to hold your finger symbols and not play, that's fine. Or if you just want to keep playing right, left, right, that's fine. But ultimately, keep working on the military, you know, and then just add it in as you can.
So how are we doing the lead thing again? Because I was right.
Dang it. I lost you, Jen. Can you hear me? Sorry to those of you at home. Okay. Hey, you're back. So I'll start with this group. They'll both lead, and one person will lead, then they'll switch places with the shimmy, and then the other person will lead, and then we'll switch to you guys. Does that sound good? And then we're going to face away to lead. Okay, sweet. Okay, so I think that song, Ice Queen by Drum Spider, is slow enough to give you time to work on it. Oh, I lost that. That's what happened. Okay, something happened and I saw it get all bejaggedy. Hold on 1 second, you guys. Let me connect back with my monitor. Yeah, you got a stray Zill.
That shot out. It was trying to make a run.
That Zill is trying to make a run for it. Okay. All right, there we go. All right, Erin, you want to lead first? Awesome. Okay, so your choices are in red there on the board. Arabic or Egyptian first, then our feature step, then Chico or double bump after. And then switch your lead, or do it again, do it a couple times if you'd like, however you guys would like to do it. Yay! Great job, everybody. Awesome. So proud of you guys. Woo! Okay, how did it feel?
Good. I got a little bit lost on, I don't know if it was a second song. Just the music, it was hard for me to.
Yeah, that music, there's nothing really to grab onto. So we're gonna work with some other music where you can grab onto something
I mean,
with your hips.
I could hear it, but
Sherry
there's
couldn't
this-
find her way,
but
but
again,
Aaron,
it wasn't the most clear
it's true.
piece of music for
Yeah.
for all levels.
Yeah,
And-
yeah, yeah. All right. Okay, everybody getting some water.
Ugh.
Okay, so comments are, so Sherry, you're going up, down, and then coming back up and then taking your 3 steps down. So when it gets faster, that tempo, you could totally do it. You were totally killing it, right? But that second down is gonna take up some time when you go a little faster. And it might be
Well,
that
when
the
we were going
song
so fast
wasn't
that
that fast.
I felt like I was having to.
You had to take up the space. Yeah.
But you have to sort of, in order to get that down, it's going to have to be quick. 'Cause
Yes.
you're on that end.
Yes.
So it's not going to be.
It's 3 and 4 is.
It's not
Yeah,
going to be that. 'Cause
exactly.
It's going to be like, because you're going one, you're stepping, your downbeat's on the number of beats.
Yeah.
So your
yeah.
end, which is normally going to be an upbeat.
Yeah. Is now a down.
downbeat.
Yes. Yes.
So, if it's going fast, you may end up having to go duh, duh,
Yeah. You'll have to find your
Hold
way.
it there.
But the goal here is to have those 3 downs. That's
Yeah.
where I see kind of the emphasis of this beat is those 3 downs. If you can
Yes.
find the right spot, because that's your biggest challenge for this step is those 3 downs. We got the ups, right? Because we've already got our pivot bump we've all mastered to get here into level 2.
Honestly,
We're
if
good
you
with
want
the
to really
ups.
practice those, like, and really get that down, like up, down, up. I would say go with a little bit slower tempo to just sort of let us practice that. Because
Yeah.
I felt
Well,
like
to me, I felt
really
like that
having
was a
to,
slower
like,
tempo,
just
but
go
you're
up and down, and
but
up,
you're
and
saying
down,
that
down.
wasn't as slow a tempo as maybe
Yeah.
a slower tempo.
Yeah,
Okay.
with those punctuated.
Yeah.
So you can hear it, and it because it's going to need to be even.
Yeah.
Because it's not like duh.
Right.
It's duh.
Yeah. Duh.
So you're instead of like 3 and 4, 3 and 4. So
Correct.
3 and 4.
Those 3 downs are
So-
even. If you can find that evenness in the music that you choose, yes, it certainly does make a
So
difference.
practice slow.
Yeah,
first.
practice slow. I totally agree with you.
Yeah.
Totally agree with you. Yes.
That's
And
the
so
key.
if you're not getting the finger symbols, sometimes, just try to keep trying, because we're going to spend a lot of time just struggling with it. And that's okay.
That right, left's gonna get you when we speed up.
Yeah.
It's
So
like you're gonna need.
so now we're going to talk about
doing
our
right, right, left.
transitions
Really fast. Oh my God! Like where's your down beat? Just,
with your finger symbols. Is that what you mean? Yeah. Right, left.
if you're playing right, left.
Instead of playing right, left, right, you're going to
I'm
struggle.
saying on slower tempos, it's not going to be that much of a problem. But
Yeah.
if you speed it up, it's really easy to get lost because where's your downbeat?
Right. Well, we've got to play
So-
right, left, right. I would hope everybody is playing right, left, right with their finger symbols now. Hopefully. Okay. All right. So let's talk about transition. So a challenging transition here is to come from a ball foot position to the split foot position, right? So that's why I put you guys with doing the split foot position here to try it beforehand, or the ball foot position. So if you're doing the ball foot position, you've got to go flat on this last count of the left foot and bring the arms down to go into the up 2, down 3 next. If you're here, it's right, left, and you're already on the flat foot. So that's a lot easier transition for our swivel step or Egyptian step. Okay. So the Arabic beforehand on ball feet is going to, I am looking at it in gallery. I'm just going to switch back to just me so everybody watching the recording can see good. So what I'm saying here is right, left, and now I'm in my up 2, down 3 is a lot easier transition than ball, flat on that would normally be a ball. It has to go flat there on the last count to prepare for this. Also, coming out of this flat left foot split position back into a ball foot continues to be challenging because you have to come up on the ball of the left foot on the last count. So we go 1, 2, 3, and 4, and either come up on the last count or the and to get to Arabic.
Oh my gosh, say that again.
1, 2, 3, and 4, and.
So you're coming up on your left foot on and?
I would come up on and because I really need the stabilization of my left foot to continue to get that that hip down on the 4.
That's where I was messing. I think that's a beat that I think you just did something there.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Okay.
I just touched the beat button.
I
Okay.
think I just figured out what I might be
1,
doing.
2, 3, and 4, and. So that's going to be challenging. So that's why I was having you guys try to come into another bump step. So this isn't our bump family. If we go into double bump, where our left foot's already flat, so that's pretty easy. So if we're in up 2, down 3, and I go into Chico, the only thing I need to do is lift my arms up and then I'm there. So I don't have a lot of foot preparation like you would if you're going into a ball foot position.
Oh, and I like the Chico with the jump.
It's fun, isn't it? And that's something I was trying to do with our warm up is put in some more horizontal arms and some more bump steps, because you can put a lot of the bump steps together as long as you have a vertical step kind of going in between them, or between the horizontal arm position steps. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So for example, if we want to do reach and sit and we want to do up 2, down 3, and we want to do shimmy, it's hard to see the difference if you're doing all those back to back. So they show up a lot better, and it helps you to lead for your followers to follow more successfully. If I go reach and sit Arabic, right? Up 2, down 3, Egyptian, and shimmy. Does that make sense? So I've had like steps in between them that create the contrast in arm positions that your followers need when they're trying to determine what steps you're doing and follow you. Okay, so anyway, that's where I was going with this drill right here. And I want you to choose, because I mean, the past couple months, I choose the drill exactly for you, but I think it's just I just want you to work in more of an improv styling, right? To practice the steps, okay? All right, also another step that could be a little unsuccessful in your pairing is your Egyptian half turn. So let's look at that. Try it with me, all right? Here's our swivel. I'm gonna half turn. What do you think is happening here if you just have a second to take it in?
I mean, if I were following that, I'd certainly get my arms where yours are.
Yeah.
And I would just see what you're doing. I would probably catch on to it as you're doing the bump, bump, bump.
Yeah. So that's a good answer. Is she said, if I was following that, I would just match your arms and then try to see what's coming next, right? Is there a spin coming next? Or are we going to do an Egyptian or here, and then are we going to raise our arms back up, or are we going to get ready for spins, or what's happening? Or are we going to do up 2, down 3? What's happening? But it's a little confusing because the arms going horizontal out of an Egyptian half turn is a spin cue. So I just want to bring your attention to that. So if you're going to do up 2, down 3 after the Egyptian half turn, you could run into some confusion, depending on the level of the dancer that's following you, right? It's just something to think about before you pull it out. Now, a more advanced dancer can probably handle it, no problem. But we'll see, right? Try it and see. That's what I always say. Test it out, try it and see. Okay, so two unsuccessful pairings is the Arabic could be a little challenging, but not necessarily unsuccessful before or after a split foot position. The Egyptian half turn with the arms being horizontal, coming back to the front, that could be a little challenging. So what about single bump into up 2, down 3? So let's look at that. So single bump. Can you tell that? I mean, can you tell? Can you tell where I switched? Okay, so you see those two steps are so similar. The arms are the same, the feet are the same. It probably isn't a good idea to put those two steps together. Everybody agree? Yes. Okay. Yes. Okay, so now if we want to add the wow and try to put our up 2, down 3 to some music that maybe has that articulation that we were looking for with the 3 downs. Let's listen to some music and you guys try it out. Okay, so I liked, this is an old one. So this is Roxette El Asaya by Hassan Ramsey. So let's try it with our hands. Up, up, down, down, down. 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 You can hear it almost sounds like they're hitting the drum. Boom, boom, boom. 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 Up, up, down, down, down. Yeah? So I was saying it almost sounds like they're hitting the drum down, down, down. So that has a little bit more articulation that goes or in the rhythm and the drum that goes with the hip. But the negative aspect of that this song is it is really monotonous. So you could do up 2, down 3 the whole song, all 7 minutes of it, and it would fit. But you'd probably
It'd be very tired.
it would be tiring. Yes, it might be boring. So cool song to practice with, right? But maybe not to take out on the dance floor. All right, let's look at the Abu Lila good tempo. So it has some variation with the vocals. Up, up, down, down, down. Up, up, down, down, down. Up, up. Up, down, down, down. Up, up, down, down, down. Up, up, down, down, down. So again, the whole song has that rhythm, right? So what if we find a song where maybe there is a certain part of it where we choose to do the step in that goes really well, but then it has some kind of transition or phrasing that changes it, to where you don't have that same, it's a ballady, right? Doom tech, doom doom tech. It's a ballad, right? So that really goes well with the military pattern and the step. But let's look at, what about Hassani Ooh?
Ooh.
Up, up, down. So Hassani Ooh has a change. Something different, right? A little softer. And there we go. Boom, boom, boom. You hear that? So you could accent in that spot really nicely. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, so the only thing about it is that that's an 8 count. Right? And we do this for 4 counts. So you'd have to do it twice, and then the second time it could hit on the doom, doom, doom. But you hear Hassani Ooh has like 2 different patterns that it alternates back and forth to. So any of that could be really nice. The song we warmed up to, Brillo, it had like this crazy dance club sound, and that's where I wanted to put the up 2, down 3. So I don't know if you guys noticed that in our warm up. But that song was really good for it. So let's do Roosti Baba. A little bit softer. You can put it here, but this is a soft area. It's kind of an intro. So I'd come in and so you can use her vocals to work with, right? Makes you feel kind of special that you're working with her vocals, like it's a little Julie spot. Okay, did you guys have a favorite song that you'd like to try out of the ones we just played? Usti Baba? Okay, let's finish class with a drill to Usti Baba. And I'd love it if everybody could lead, kind of like we did for the last drill. And think about putting some steps that have horizontal arms, right? So what are those? That could be Turkish shimmy. That could be reach and sit. That could be single bump. Or that could be box. Yeah, anyway. Or it could be shimmy. So those put with the up, 2, down, 3, and try to put a step in between it with an up arm, a vertical arm. Yeah, so your choice, okay?
Wait, which one? This is a lot of stuff. We have which choice?
So your Turkish shimmy and up, 2, down, 3. Pick up, 2, down, 3 and one other horizontal arm, right?
Got it.
And put a vertical arm in there with it, okay? And think about your military finger symbol pattern. And remember, when we're pivoting with the up, 2, down, 3, it's travel, travel, stop. Travel, travel, stop. Travel, travel, stop. And it's flock of birds, and however long it takes to get around is how long it takes to get around. Okay? Okay. All right, so we'll start off with this group leading. And then come to you, Jen and Shalise. Does that sound okay? And you don't have to lead if you don't want to, but just 3 little steps. Okay. All right. Sorry, you guys.
I think that should change, right? Yeah, I knew there was only like a couple of more measures.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, if you see the song is coming, there's no point. If you see the end of the song is coming, I totally support your decision to just keep the lead.
I just sort of felt stuck.
Yeah. All right. How did that feel, you guys?
Wanted out.
Yeah. So how did it feel to go from up 2, down 3 to Turkish shimmy afterwards when Aaron did it? Could you get it?
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, we got it. It felt good.
Okay. All right. So that is 2 horizontal arm positions that have enough difference that you can tell that you can catch it. So that's good. All right. Anything else? So good job, Sherry. I saw you trying to look at the drill, but it was really just do what you want to do. It wasn't necessarily following a specific
I was just
drill.
looking for like
Looking for suggestions. Yeah.
Inspiration.
Yes. Inspiration. All right. Any questions? Everybody good? So Shalice, keep working on the 3 downs on the hip. So I see that's kind of like, you know, but keep working on it. It takes time to get that specific down, down, down. So like just practice really slowly. And then I think you'll find where those muscles are and then keep working on to get that more
I
articulate.
think the problem is I'm keeping my left leg straight. I'm not bending it. So then I have no down. Work on that.
Yeah, that's a great point. Definitely stay with the soft knees throughout.
Oh, I think I might be straightening my legs a
Straightening your
little
left
too
leg?
much. Yep.
So,
Yeah.
so it won't go down because it's like a stick. But I'll work on it.
Okay, great class, you guys. Thanks for joining me for the first class of level 2 in July. Bang, bada boom. See you next week.